Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Ndinawe. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are a new subscriber, you are very much welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So guys, in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys some of my experiences living in the Netherlands for 7 months. Guys, I feel like I should have done this like in 6 months, but I don't know. I don't even know how like 6 months passed by so fast, and I'm now here for 7 months. Like I've literally been here for 7 months. I can't even believe it. So if this is content that you are interested in, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, like, share, and just do the good stuff. And if you aren't interested in this content, don't worry. Please help me share this content to someone you think might be interested. Yeah, let's get right into the video.
That your hair and your lips and your skin, melanin, it's all beautiful.
So the first thing that I would say is, before moving to any country, before visiting any country, you must do your research. Do your research to just know about the country, know about the culture, know about the people. And that's exactly what I did before coming here, guys. I am the queen of research. I love to research and just make my inquiries, know about the place that I'm going to, and just basically do the normal stuff that people do before going to a country. So with that being said, let's know that Ndina knew that there were bicycles in the Netherlands. Well, I found it very cool and very cute, and it was just very interesting actually watching it on TV, on YouTube videos, and just learning about the whole flat land and how people love to cycle. And yeah, I was ready mentally, I was ready physically, I was ready. I was like, yes, we are doing this. Ndinawe London station. I actually came here with a train. So yeah, so Ndinawe lands Amsterdam Central Station, and I come out, and now I see all these bikes. Guys, I was amazed at how many bikes I was seeing. I wasn't ready at all. I wasn't ready. I felt like I was ready, honestly. In my mind, I was ready, and yes, I just didn't understand how overwhelming it is to have bicycles on the road, human beings and cars. It's something that came to me as a culture shock, and I remember almost being run over by like bicycles all the time in my first days of being here, because I just didn't know. And the thing is, you have to understand the road rules for the bicycles, for the pedestrians, and for the cars. And now you're not just looking out for cars, you're also looking out for the bicycles. And obviously you have to also look out for people so that people don't run into you. So it's something that, I don't know, guys, there are so many bicycles and people cycle all the time. It's something that I used to notice every single time when I'm outside, but now it's become so much better. I feel like I don't even see the bicycles anymore. I feel like I don't see them anymore. So like bicycles, people cycling, and it was an experience that I can't ever forget. Guys, people cycle to different places. People cycle when going to work, when going to school, when going for dinners, when going for parties, when going to the mall, when going to the gym, when going to workouts. Guys, people cycle all the time. Guys, before then, to me, cycling was some sort of an exercise, and to come here and see like a nice lady wearing heels and looking so good on a bike cycling to go to meet up her friends, guys, it was just amazing. Honestly, it's an experience that I know that if you are a foreigner and you come here, you're just amazed by how many bicycles there are. And getting to know more about the bicycles and the culture of cycling, it just helps me appreciate bikes more, because they are so convenient. Guys, there's nothing that beats you just getting on a bike and starting to go, other than having to wait for a tram, waiting for a bus. Nothing beats you being on a bike and just seeing the beautiful sceneries and the canals, and it's just very refreshing. And also it's an exercise apart from it being a way of life, because honestly, your muscles on your legs you will work them out, trust me. So that is something that I experienced, and I find that very interesting that people ride bicycles. And yeah, being a culture shock in the beginning was the directness of the Dutch people. Guys, this is something that before you come here. Obviously, I don't know, you probably have heard this before. Dutch people are direct, and guys, like sometimes you may take it for being rude, you may take it as someone is just being rude, but like the more you get to know them, the more you understand the difference between someone being direct and someone being bluntly rude. Because guys, like, these guys are so direct, so much that I'm just like, ooh, you didn't have to say it like that. I was working with this girl, and there's a time that something happened. She just went up straight to these guys, to these people. And she was like, oh no, da da da. I'm like, oh, you didn't have to say it like that. She's like, she just can't help it. And it's something that I have learned to appreciate, because there's no point beating around the bush, guys. Like, if you don't like something, if you see something a certain way, just say, like, it stings a little bit when someone tells you the honest truth, but it's still something that I totally appreciate, other than people just lying to you. You would ask someone, how does this shirt look? You know, sometimes for me, if it doesn't look so nice, I'll be like, I don't know, maybe you could try it in green. And apart from being direct, I don't think this is something that's peculiar to only the Dutch people, but maybe it's a European thing. Let me know in the comment section below. I may be wrong. It's just crazy how, like, people are so comfortable to talk about their ages, and you be having conversations with friends and different people, and someone would just ask you, oh yeah, so how old are you? And sometimes you're like, is it that I was saying something stupid or something very childish and you asked me how old I am? Or was I saying something too mature? Like, I don't know, why did you just have to ask me how old I am? But really, it's just being open, you know, just being open and very free. Because guys, where I'm coming from, like, there's actually a saying, like, people say you don't ask a lady her age. I honestly don't know why, but I came with that, and it's something that I have learned to just, you know, be very open-minded about, and just be free to learn the fact that there's nothing wrong with you telling your age. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with that. You just get to be very, very free. And aside from, like, age, and like, age shouldn't be a limiting factor for you to vibe with someone or for you to be friends with somebody. So that is something. And guys, stepping a little bit away from them being very direct, I don't know if it's the whole country or it's just this particular city I went to. Guys, I went to I was in the city called Groningen, and you know, I was just leaving. That's the first place I went to when I got to the Netherlands, and I was so shocked at how nice people were, guys. Like, people would be cycling and just smiling, and you're just like, oh my god, like like, why are you guys so nice? In Groningen, mind you, because a lot of people cycle a lot, so a lot of people cycle more than they use public transportation. So like, the people I was staying with would usually give me like directions on where to go to and where I should stop at and all that stuff. So I get on a bus, and I would just show the driver. I'm like, oh yeah, so I'm going to this place. And guys, like, to my surprise, they would find a way to just remind me and let me know so I don't miss my stop. That is something that is so different. It's so different. I was just shocked. They would say bye when you're coming out of the bus. I'm like, guys, how? Why are people being so nice? Like, when people are cycling, they're on the bicycles, they're smiling. And it's something that a lot of people consider as fake smiles, but honestly, I feel like that gesture is something I highly appreciate, because you don't know what someone is going through. Just giving them that smile can brighten up their day, right? And guys, let's not be too quick to overthink things, because it's better than what we black people like doing. Well, I will speak for like where I was in Ukraine, right? So like, when black people usually meet each other, is sometimes you just look away and you don't even want to say anything to anybody. Guys, a lot of people used to like doing that. A lot of black people used to like doing that, and it was just crazy. Like, we are not fighting. Like, it's okay to just smile at each other or just say hi and pass. Like, it doesn't take away anything, or neither does it give you anything. It's just a kind gesture. And because we don't like doing that, and these people like doing that, we're like, fake smiles. Well, I understand some smiles might be fake, especially in workplaces and schools, and you know, people are just, because it's become like very it's become a reflex, sort of. You see someone, you smile and you pass. You see someone, you smile and you pass. But like, some people's smiles are genuinely honest, and it's okay for you to just smile back and pass. And it's something that I really appreciate about this place, and it's an experience that I absolutely love. I know not every single person is nice, but 60% of the people are nice. Like, they are nice, and obviously the majority beats it, right? The 40% different, whatever, but if you meet 10 people, guys, you will find like 7 nice people. I'm just being honest. And the other thing that I found very, very interesting is how they eat fries. Guys, it wasn't really a culture shock because I had learned about the fries, the Dutch fries, and now coming here I was so excited because obviously my favorite food are potatoes. I would literally eat potatoes any time of the day. If you give me potatoes to be eating for the rest of my life, I'll eat them, right? Yes, but don't give me potatoes to eat for the rest of my life. I love potatoes so much, especially fries. And coming here, and I was like, you know, in Wonderland. Because like I would see like so many places where they're selling fries and people eating fries and people queuing up to buy fries. Guys, it's that crazy, and it's so interesting to see because you're just like, oh my god, like, guys, growing up my mom would tell me no, that I should restrict how much I would eat fries because obviously it's not the healthiest food or the healthiest snack, but here it's allowed, it's a snack. So yes, I will eat my fries, and it's not like it's only young people, older people, whatever. The same thing as the bicycles. It's not a certain socioeconomic group. It's everyone. Like everyone rides bicycles, and everybody eats fries. Like 5-year-olds, 70-year-olds, everyone is eating fries. And yeah, the weather, guys. This point should have actually been the second point or the third point. But the weather here, yes, we know the land is flat. Yes, you read that the land is flat and, you know, it rains a lot, obviously. But when you get here, it's not just about the rain. It's about how the weather is so unpredictable, guys. It will be raining in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon, snow in the evening, and windy at night. The weather is so unpredictable, and it's so crazy because the people outside don't actually help in you predicting what the weather is like outside. Please don't do that. Don't look outside your window and be like, oh yes, this girl is wearing a jacket, let me get my jacket and start going. Just use your weather to check, because, or better still, you know, just put your hand outside, or if you have a balcony, stand in the balcony and just feel what the weather is like and come back and carry what's appropriate for the weather, because people wear different stuff. You stand by the window and look at different people wearing different things. You see one person in a very big coat, one person in a t-shirt, the other person in a raincoat. It's crazy. It's very crazy how like people wear so many different things but also I understand because the weather is so unpredictable. You may come out with the light jacket and all of a sudden it's so cold and windy. So you just want to come out being prepared, or maybe you came out when it was sunny and you came out with something very light and all of a sudden it's very cold and it's raining. So yeah, maybe that's where the confusion comes in, because guys, the weather is so crazy and it's usually gloomy till like 10 in the morning, and it's just like it's really an experience, guys. It really is an experience. One thing I must say is that this is my own experience, my own experience. And if you have a different experience, that's you. And please feel free to leave it in the comment section down below, because this is my experience and your experience might be very different. So yeah. So the other thing is, it's cold, you're tired, you're feeling unmotivated, and you just need some coffee to boost up your mood, to keep you awake. Don't ask for where the nearby coffee shop is, because coffee shops are not what they actually seem to be. Guys, you see a lot of stores written coffee shop. Guys, they are not coffee shops. They don't sell drinkable coffee. So basically in the Netherlands, is legal. I don't know, am I allowed to say that on YouTube? Well, yeah, that's lights drag, is that what it's called? Yeah, that's green stuff is very legal here. So you see people smoking that stuff very casually. Like you literally see people smoking very casually, and used to shock me a lot how like someone would just pass and the person would be smoking and the person would, like, I will be passing by a coffee shop and I'm seeing someone comfortably walking to the coffee shop. I'm like, how? Because me, where I come from, maybe it's just our household, but it's more like a taboo. Well, I'm just joking, but like it's not something that people are so free to talk about and free to admit that they smoke. And I feel like they might even arrest you if they find, like, I don't know, but it's not something that is, it's not something that you just walk to the store, you buy, and you come out just smoking out, guys. And apparently the locals themselves don't even smoke it as much, because you know, when something has been opened out to you know what brings about curiosity most of the times is when something has been restricted, and when you're being told don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, that's what you want to go and do and want to go and try out, right? But when something has been brought out to the public and it's legal, it's permitted, you just get tired of it. And obviously the excitement of you wanting to try it is just, oh, okay, there's actually nothing there, right? So that's why I feel like most of the locals don't really use it as much. In the beginning, I used to be shocked. I used to be very surprised. So that is something that you have to look out for. If you want to buy coffee, you can ask for a coffee house or such things, but don't say coffee shop, because a coffee shop is very different from where to buy coffee to drink. So and that is something that came as a shock to me, more like a culture shock actually, because this is something that I definitely I knew, okay, the thing is, right, like I knew it was legal, but I didn't know like people just walk in and come out and be sitting and smoking and just chatting with friends and just taking it casually. I absolutely didn't know that at all. So credit card. So in the Netherlands, credit cards are not usually accepted in most stores, in most grocery stores, in most places. I came here with my MasterCard, obviously, and it wasn't working in most places. And what used to happen, guys, is I usually buy my things from Albert Heijn. So it's a very popular Dutch store, and you basically get a lot of things from there, ranging from food stuff and just like the light stationery. So most times I would go to a store, and I'm one person that doesn't use cash a lot. I barely use cash, guys. You barely find me with cash. So most times I'll just carry my phone and, you know, just the usual things. And it used to happen so many times. I was always forgetting, because I would go to a store and I just want to buy things. And I'm one person that absolutely loves and appreciates self-service, because it's very, very convenient. And it's something that I know that I'll get to a store shortly, quickly, I will serve myself and go, right? So most times I'll just pick a few things, go to the till and start scanning my things, guys. So many times my card would decline, and the thing is, I don't know, it just never like stuck to my head, never just stuck in my head like really fast, because most of the times I don't know, I just used to forget. I'll carry my phone, I'll get to the place, and it's so embarrassing because you have to leave your things and start going out because they're not accepting MasterCard. So if you are planning on moving to the Netherlands, one thing you have to do for sure is open a Dutch account, or better still, carry cash to most places, because some places actually accept MasterCards but most places don't. So carry your cash, open a Dutch account, because that's going to work everywhere, right? So guys, the other thing is the healthcare. Guys, the system here is so well structured that you just can't call any clinic at any time or hospital at any time and tell them that you're sick, you want to book an appointment, and okay, yes, come on Monday 2 p.m. No. Guys, like, you will have to call so many hospitals or clinics before you're actually accepted as a new patient. Most clinics or hospitals, you call them, hi, hello, I would like to see because I'm not feeling well. Oh, okay, are you an old patient? No. Okay, sorry, we don't accept new patients. Also, I feel like it's very good for the doctors and the nurses and other healthcare practitioners, because it just allows them have like a proper work-life balance, because they know how many patients they're dealing with, and also it helps them have like a good relationship with the patient outside of like the sicknesses, outside of them being very, very sick. Because the thing is, with most doctors and what, it's like, oh, you just get to see them when you're very sick, but then you're getting your regular checkups and your doctor just knowing your well-being and how you're faring as a patient, as a person, is something very good. And it helps a lot because they don't just accept patients all the time, like new patients every time. So that's something that came to me as a shock, because I wasn't feeling well and I was calling different hospitals and they said they couldn't accept me because I was a new patient. Guys, like, just imagine being sick and calling a hospital and they tell you they don't accept new patients, or calling a clinic and they say they don't accept new patients. What am I supposed to do? So that is something that came to me as a culture shock, and I was very, very surprised and amazed at how it's such a normal thing to tell people that they don't accept new patients. So one thing that I think is in the entire Europe, but let me speak for the Netherlands, guys, you don't get medication easily at all. One thing that you're sure to get is paracetamol. If you have headache, you have this, you have that, you get paracetamol. Or better still, they'll just advise you to take a lot of water and fruits. So there's this time that I had an eye infection, right? So my eye was really giving me problems, and I give myself 3 days most of the time for my natural immune system to do what it's meant to do. And guys, me being me, 3 days later, I'm like, okay, now my eye's not getting any better. Let me go to a pharmacy. I go to a pharmacy and I'm told, okay, so basically this lady asked me what's wrong, and you know the usual stuff that they would normally ask you. She asks you all that stuff, and I answer her, and yeah, everything's good. And she's like, oh, okay, so I would advise you should just get warm water and do a warm compress. Guys, I'm like, do a warm compress, like how, why, you know, like isn't there anything else? I remember asking her like, oh, okay, I did do a warm compress, but like, is there not anything else that I can use to just maybe like clean my eyes? She's like, oh yeah, she can give me, actually I was asking for eye drops. Yes, I was asking for eye drops. Me being me, the Zambian in me, I wanted eye drops. And she's like, no, well, she can give me a certain eye wash to just rinse my eye, but like she would just advise me to do a warm compress. And guys, that can be a little bit frustrating, especially if you're coming from a place where you're so used to just being given different drugs. You have headache, you have fever, they're giving you so many drugs. I mean, people literally, like, people start treating themselves for malaria before confirming it's malaria. And guys, just busy building antibiotic resistance, like doing that to ourselves, and we find that very, very normal. And most of the times they give you a period of like 7 days. They will not give you anything. Something is they will not give you anything, and unless you are actually very, 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 very in need of that, except they have confirmed that you really, really, really do need that, they will not give you anything. They'll probably give you like painkillers like paracetamol. And that's it. So this comes to the end of my video, and guys, these are some of my experiences. If you have different experiences, or if you have something that you'd like to add, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you watch this video till this end, you enjoy watching this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video. So guys, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.